In this video, we are going to deal with the accounting procedure rules of debit and credit. Now, this is the sixth chapter from our book, T.S. Grewal. And in this video, we will be discussing about the double entry system, meaning of account, meaning of debit and credit, classification of accounts, and the rules of debit and credit. The last point, rules of debit and credit, we will discuss with few examples only, and in detail we will discuss in the next video. Now, from the name itself, double entry system, we understands that every transactions will have at least two effect. Now, it is not that every transaction will be recorded twice. It is every transaction will have at least two effect. Two accounts will be involved. Okay, so according to this system, double entry system, there are at least two accounts which are involved in every business transactions. Every business transactions will affect two accounts. Okay, now what is accounts, that we will again discuss in the next slide. Previously we have discussed in chapter 2. So now why this double entry system is so popular, that everyone is using, because it is the most scientific method with complete system of recording financial transactions of the business. Okay, it is the most developed one. Okay, now the rules of recording transactions under this system are definite and clearly states the rules and all, and because of which it is followed or adopted by most of the nations. Now, the first book on double entry system was written in the year 1494 by Luca Piccoli. Okay, and the pronunciation is Italian. You can check out on internet. So Italian person was the person, first author who wrote about double entry system. Okay, and over the years it was translated and written in English, and many people contributed towards the growth of this particular subject. Meaning of account, now we have discussed in second chapter also. Now, account is a summarized record of business transactions relating to a particular individual or item, like cash account. No, when cash is coming in or cash is going out, all the transactions which affect cash will be recorded in cash account. Okay, the format of account is like this. Okay, there are two sides, debit side and credit side. Italian words, debit means the left side and credit means the right side. Okay, see, on the left side also there are four columns: the date, particular, JF and rupees. Okay, amount is written in the fourth column. In the same manner, there is one more side on the right with date, particular, JF and rupees. Okay, classification of accounts. Now, the classification of the accounts can be is done using two methods. Okay, two approaches are there for classification of accounts. First is the traditional approach, or commonly known as English approach. Second, the modern approach, accounting equation, or the American approach. Okay, in this video we will be discussing only about the traditional approach. The second method, approach, modern, we will make a new video, separate video. Okay, so traditional classification of accounts: first, personal account, and second, impersonal account. Further, these are classified. Personal account is divided into natural person like Ram, Sita, Geeta, Ramesh, Suresh. Okay, then artificial person like industries, Reliance Industries is there, Punjab National Bank is there. Okay, Indian Air India is there, Airtel is there. Okay, so these all are artificial persons. Narayan Seva Sanstha, Field Club, Lions Club. And then representative personal accounts are there. Okay, representative personal accounts represent individuals or group of individuals. Impersonal account is further divided into two categories: real account and nominal account. Okay, all of you once again go through this. Traditional classification: first, personal account, There are three categories: natural, artificial, and representative. Impersonal, further divided into two categories: real accounts and nominal accounts. Personal accounts is related to individuals, firm, companies, or any institution. Okay, we will discuss in detail. Natural person like Ram, Sita, Geeta, Asha, Ramesh, Suresh, Mahesh, all are natural persons. Okay, different rule is there. Artificial person, account of companies: Tata Motors, Tata Steel, ITC, Dabur, Patanjali. Okay, all are artificial persons. Club like Field Club, Lions Club. Okay, social cooperative societies. Okay, all are artificial persons. Then representative personal accounts, which who represents person or group of persons, like rent outstanding. Okay, so represents the landlord. Salary outstanding represents the workers. Prepaid salary also represents the workers. Okay, then impersonal is divided into two. First is real, related to the property account, tangible and intangible assets. Okay, machinery, building, land. Nominal account, accounts related to expenses or gains. Okay, like salary paid, rent received, commission paid, commission received, interest paid or interest received are nominal accounts. See here, five categories. Okay, natural persons: Ramesh, Abba, Mohan, Sohan, Geeta. There can be any number of accounts. Okay, depending that person is born. Okay, alive. Artificial person: any institution, bank, organizations, companies, firm. Okay, all are categorized under artificial person, like Canara Bank, Punjab National Bank, State Bank of India, Bharti Limited or Bharti Airtel Limited, Reliance Industries, Field Club, Tata Motors, Tata Steel. Now see, before discussing representative personal account, we will discuss nominal accounts, the last column you see. Salary, rent, interest, commission, salary paid, expense, rent paid, expense, rent received, income, interest paid, expense, interest received, income, commission paid, expense, commission received, income. And if we add any suffix or prefix like outstanding, prepaid, accrued, they become representative personal account, the third column. Okay, see, outstanding salary or prepaid salary, prepaid rent, interest received in advance, accrued commission. Okay, like that. Then the fourth column. Okay, assets, tangible and intangible. Machinery, land, building are tangible assets. Last one, see, goodwill, patent, copyright, intangible assets. Okay, then rules of debit and credit. In this video we will be discussing about the traditional approach. For personal accounts, the personal accounts will receive the amount or pay the amount. Okay, give the amount. So the first rule is debit the receiver. Second rule, credit the giver. In case of real account, the asset may come in or go out. Rule is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Nominal account, expenses and incomes. So expenses will be debited, expenses or losses will be debited, and income and gains will be credited. Okay, all of you go through these points again. To understand this, we will take one illustration. Received rupees 3000 from Mahesh. As discussed earlier, every transaction will have two effects. Two accounts will be affected. Now here in this case, the accounts involved are, see the first column, cash and Mahesh. Okay, cash and Mahesh. Cash is a real account. So the rule will be cash is coming into, we have received, the business have received the amount, cash is coming in. So it will be debited. In the same manner, Mahesh, personal account, from Mahesh we have received the amount. Mahesh is giving money to us. So Mahesh, the giver, will be credited. Now how it will be recorded in journal? The format of journal is, see, 5 columns are there. First, date. Okay, date is there. Then particulars. LF stands for ledger folio. Then debit column and credit column. Here cash is debited because cash is coming in. See how we are writing the account which is debited. It is written first, cash account debit, and in the debit column 3000 rupees. For debit, DR we are writing in short. The account Mahesh is being credited. Okay, see, after leaving some space we are writing to Mahesh. Okay, and the amount rupees 3000 is written in the credit column. You can write account here also in case of Mahesh, then it should be apostrophe S, Mahesh's account it will be. Okay, so it's better you just write to Mahesh. Okay, cash account is debited because cash is coming in. Mahesh is credited because Mahesh is the giver. Mahesh is personal account, cash is real account. See, please go through the format, how the transactions are recorded in journal. First the debit account is written, then the account which is credited is written. In front of the account which is credited we are writing to. Okay, the amount 3000 is the amount which we have received from Mahesh. Okay, all of you go through this point. There is a particular format in how which the journal or the transactions are recorded in journal. This is known as journal entry because entries we are making in journal. Okay, so one more transaction we are taking. 3 transactions we will take. This is the second one. Okay, paid salary rupees 5000. Now all of you check how many which accounts are affected. Salary. Okay, one salary. It is a income or expense? Yes, expense. Okay, then 5000 salary is paid in cash. So the accounts which are affected are salary and cash. Salary is an expense, nominal account. In case of nominal account, all the expenses are debited, so salary will be debited. And in case of cash, it's a real account, and when salary is paid, cash will go out. Okay, so cash is credited. Check the journal. Okay, salary account debit. See how the salary account is written, na? The account which is debited is written first, salary account debit, then the account which is credited after leaving some space to cash. We are not writing in the same line. 2 different lines are used for the account which is debited and account which is credited. Okay, see, salary and that rupees 5000, these are the 2 accounts which are affected. Salary is nominal account and it's an expense, so it is debited. Cash is real account, cash is going out of the business, so it will be credited. The account which is debited, salary is written first, and we write debit in front of that. And the account which is credited, in front of that we are writing to. Before that we are writing to, after leaving some space. Okay, learn the format in which journal is recorded. Salary account debit to cash 5000 rupees. Okay, all of you, the format. Now see, while recording the journal entries, this one there is no need for you to write every time. Here this one we are writing it just now to understand, to make you people understand. Okay, this one is the important part. Okay, once you understand everything, you have to write this only, journal only. You have to pass journal entries only. You don't have to record this part. Okay, last transaction, that is purchased machinery. Last transaction in this video. Okay, we will be discussing many more transactions, but in this video this is the last one. Purchased machinery. The 2 accounts which are affected are machinery and cash. Both are real. Okay, machinery is coming in, so it will be debited. cash is going out, so it will be credited. And see the journal entry, machine account debit to cash. Now see here, machinery and cash is there, both of them are real. One is coming in, so it will be debited, another asset is going out, so it will be credited. Machine which is debited, okay, machine account debit 20,000 rupees to cash account 20,000 rupees. You all go back to the slide and understand that. Okay, I hope with these three transactions you would have understood a little bit. Listen to this part carefully twice, then whatever problem is there, you can message me.